Hey guys, Emily Muchanti here, and I have a video today for our reading interventionists or those passionate literacy leaders in your school who are looking to find ways to support your primary teachers in their journey to discovering and implementing the science of reading. But first, welcome to my new office. Now, as you may or may not know, the last 4 years, I have actually been working and recording in a teeny little corner of my bedroom. And with the aging of my children and the moving on to bigger and better things, a bedroom opened up and it is now my office. So sad moment for me, mommy, that one of my sons flew the nest, but yay, because I actually have a workspace where myself and my pets, my cat and dog, have room to roam and spread out. So I would love to know what you think. You can see. I'm not sure if it's going to stay like this, but this is where it is right now. So welcome. You are the first ones to see it, and I hope that this is pretty. It's very girly to me, so I'm liking it right now. All right, so today I wanted to get into a topic and really highlight one of my new favorite books that I am reading, have read, and I'm just in love with it. So I want to introduce you to Seven Mighty Moves by Lindsay Kemeny. I hope I'm saying that right. This book is really for our K-3 primary teachers who are looking to implement the science of reading, structured literacy into their everyday instruction. Now, Lindsay herself is still in the classroom. She's still teaching. She is currently a first grade teacher. So this is really practical advice. And from her perspective as being a series certified instructor of structured literacy. So what she did here, though, I want to introduce this book to you. A couple of things. First of all, the aesthetics of this book. I like a good short, just impactful type of read. I think these are the best types of readings that we can give to our classroom teachers because, as you know, they are swamped. And if you are one of them, you are swamped. And so something that is really heavy and thick can feel kind of daunting to get into. And so what Lindsay has done here is given a beautiful summary of some of the most important things that we as teachers of structured literacy can really do to make an impact on our students in our tier 1 instruction. So we know as intervention teachers, my focus is really about structuring that tier 2 and tier 3 intervention. But if you're like me, you've probably looked at data and realized that you have more kids that are qualifying for tier 2 or tier 3 intervention than you could possibly handle, even if you have a team. So what we have to do is really be a bridge or a lifeline to our classroom teachers in how they can bring in these supports in their actual whole group instruction. And so Lindsay does a really great job here. But I digress. I was talking about the aesthetics. Small, beautiful little book. It is published by Scholastic. There she is, our lovely author. And what I really like about this, I'm always looking at, to make sure that it's pleasing to the eye. So this book actually is printed in color. And you can see that there are a number, oops, let's see if I can see that. There are a number of pictures with actual students that show things that are happening in her classroom. There are little sidebars that explain some of the approaches or methodologies or strategies that she's implementing. And what's really kind of cool is that the book also includes, these little QR codes. So if you zap them with your phone, you will actually see some of these practices with students or her explanation. So it's really a nice addition for the reader, I think, to actually see things in action. Now, she talks about the 7 mighty moves. And so let me just explain what those are. This is the 7 mighty moves, research-backed, classroom-tested strategies to ensure K-3 reading success. It is K-3, and it really is meant for that classroom teacher. It's also a great read if you want to do a book study with your primary teachers at your site for professional development, a summer read, something to that effect. You can even buy these in bulk if you go to the Scholastic website, which I will link down below. You can get them in 10 packs or in 30 packs. So if you wanted to do this as a read in your district or your school site. All right, so the 7 mighty moves. Let me grab my glasses so I can actually see it. So move number 1 is teach phonemic awareness with intention. Now, this we know for a number of teachers that are new to primary instruction may have struggle with this. If their curriculum is not including this type of resource involved, you're going to need to really help your teachers understand why this is so important. And Lindsay does a great job of explaining that. Move number 2 is teach phonics explicitly and systematically. She talks about direct instruction. She cites Anita Archer's explicit instruction book as a resource and really kind of hones in on some of the important aspects of that. Move number 3 is teach decoding strategies, not cueing strategies. So if your school has really been with that balanced literacy approach, or you are using curriculum currently that is embedded in the cueing system, she does a great job of consolidating the reasoning behind why to do that. Move number 4 is use decodable text instead of predictable text with beginning readers. And what she also does is explains that once your students have the phonics under their belt and no longer need those decodable texts, then their predictable texts can be part of just kind of their reading, because we never want to throw books away, right? Never. Number 5 is embrace a better approach to teaching sight words. This is moving away from the memorization of sight words, really looking at that heart word strategy, helping the students to orthographically map the sight words by focusing in on the sounds that they know and then really dialing into those irregular parts of the sight word. Finally, move number 6 is focus on meaningful fluency practice. She does a great job of going into the National Reading Panel report and what it cites. And then move number 7, which is improve comprehension by developing vocabulary and background knowledge. So again, this is really a nice foundational or introductory book into the science of reading, into structured literacy, and into helping your teachers make that move, hence the name, the 7 mighty moves, into that path that we know is going to help our students. Now, by giving this information to your classroom teachers, obviously the goal is that with good tier 1 instruction, we can reduce the number of students that are requiring intervention, and that benefits us as interventionists. We know that if our universal screening data is coming back and we're seeing anywhere from 30, 40, 50% of your students qualifying for intervention, that's a tier 1 instruction issue. You cannot intervene your way out of a tier 1 core instruction issue or problem. So we have to do what we can to support our classroom teachers by first building their knowledge and their capacity so that they know why this move is so important and how they can build this information and instruction into their classroom teaching with their whole groups. So again, the book is 7 Mighty Moves. by Lindsay Kemeny. I hope I'm saying it right. She does a phenomenal job. Lindsay, if you see this, thank you. This is a wonderful book. I am so happy to have picked it up. And it is definitely one that I will recommend to those that are getting into science of reading, the structured literacy approach for our primary students. Now, a couple of other things that I wanted to just make you aware of. We are once a month holding intervention Q&A sessions via Zoom. I'm going to drop a link down below that will allow you to get on my newsletter so that you can receive those dates. They are open and informal dates to come in and chat with other interventionists across the country and learn what they're doing, what they're using, what's working, and to listen into maybe some of the problems that they may be having and jump in on the team to try to help. I will do my best to answer any of those questions for you as well. And as you are finishing up the spring semester for your schools, don't forget you're gearing up into the 24-25 school year. If you are interested in looking into working with me as a coach or a consultant, reach out, shoot me an email, get on my newsletter, and I have periodic webinars where we talk about how you could work with me. I hope all is well. I hope you enjoyed my new little girly office. I had to change some colors, make it a little bit spring. I'm a mother of sons, and so there's a lot of dark things in my home. This is like my girly space. My husband gets a little, oh, it's awfully girly in here, but I love it. It's becoming my little haven. I hope you are well. Thank you for what you do, and bye for now.